Hello, hello, hello. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee show on iHeartRadio.
It's time for the Kevin and Nikee show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. You know him as a dope actor, Kevin D. Bitten, 360 twice Jim, how he keep winning. And you know the baddest actress, Nikee Warren. She so bad you walking past, she had you speaking for her. If you ain't tuning in, this your reality check. You might miss out on your favorite star celebrity guest. When they celebrate, what you do, you get the bell, yeah. During Kevin's corner, get inspired and encouraged, yeah. Bend them corners while you listen, but don't swerve. Find out what's getting on Nikee nerve. What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? Keep on playing. Me and Kevin goes and we gon' get you hit. Yo, check us out on social media. In your mobile phone, we everywhere. You ever stations played out like a ringtone. Follow me like Bino R-E-M-E-Y. Bino Remy. Pop like Simi. And my flow hotter, thicker semi. Been doing this since I scraped up pennies. But back to the subject, Kevin Nikee.
All right. This is the Kevin and Nikee show on iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
I'm actor Kevin D. Benton.
And I'm actress Nikee Warren.
And we are like the Terminator. We're back.
Yes.
Get to the chopper. Get down now. Get down.
Do it right.
Get down.
No, get down now.
Get down now.
Get to the chopper.
Get down again. Get to the chopper.
That was so funny.
No, we are back, man. We're excited to be back for another episode, another edition of the Kevin and Nikee show. We back, man. It's just such a great feeling to just be back.
Just be back.
So we always got a lot going on. Always got a lot to talk about. So look, we just gonna jump right into it's time for the many adventures of Kevin and Nikee.
Yes.
I always try to wonder why we do that.
I don't know, but I like it.
I like it. We're gonna keep doing it. There you go.
I like it.
Yeah. So we always got a lot going on. A lot of adventurous things along our acting journey. So
I mean, I'm gonna
let you go first.
It's been awesome. So over the weekend, we spent it on set of the news.
Yeah,
and we have it posted. You know what? Before I do this, before I go into our adventures, I just have to give the bell and an awesome shout out to my partner, actor Kevin D. Benton. I mean, he went on my YouTube channel and cleaned it up.
Cleaned
it up. Completely cleaned it up. I mean, cleaned it up. I was embarrassed. I'm serious. I was embarrassed. I had stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
He went on my YouTube channel and renamed everything so that you guys can find me. Cause I was just throwing stuff up there.
Right.
And you know, so now, as he's cleaning up, right? Like, Nikee, you gotta do this right.
Right.
So he was fussing and cleaning at the same time, but it was Thank you so
You are
much.
very welcome. So basically, just to explain what I did.
Cleaned it up is what he did.
I cleaned it up.
It was a mess.
Yeah, I cleaned it up.
It was a mess.
But basically what I did, I really organized it so that people would be able to find her. And so, if you have a YouTube channel, just like the Kevin and Nikee Show YouTube channel, so if you type in the Kevin and Nikee Show, all of our shows will pop up.
Right.
So similarly, what I did was just kind of reorganize Nikki's title so that all of them would say actress Nikee Warren. Yeah,
because I had stuff all over the place.
So some of the stuff said actress Nikee Warren, some of the stuff said Nikee Warren, some of the stuff said the movie title. Yeah. And I just put actress Nikee Warren in such and such and such, actress Nikee Warren in such and such and such, actress Nikee Warren as such and such and such in. So that way when you guys go to YouTube and type in actress Nikee Warren, all of her videos and movies and monologues and stuff will come up.
Completely organized.
Yeah, just organize it.
Completely.
And the same organized. With mine. I did the same thing for my channel as well.
What? And come to find out, I had more stuff up there than I thought I did because he organized it all. So shout out to Kev.
Oh,
thank you so much. Thank you.
So that goes without saying.
See, it pays to have someone in your corner who see the vision and want to help you get there.
That's right.
It pays.
That's right. I want to see you succeed.
Yeah, it pays. Right. It pays. So thank you very much for that. So with that being
wait, we got to tell them go now. They got to go subscribe. Okay, go ahead. So we thinking like great minds thinking like.
See, and with that being said, now go to my YouTube channel, Actress Nikee Warren, and subscribe so that every time I put something up there, you guys can see it. And I do have something new up there. Yeah. Kev, tell them what we got.
Well, this weekend, man, we always kind of working on something to improve ourselves, whether it's improving our YouTube channels, organizing, and doing that, or making sure our Facebook and Twitter is all intact, because we know that part of this acting journey is the marketing and promotional aspect, not to mention our show that goes without saying.
Yeah.
And so, we also had the opportunity to film a short film called The News.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you guys, y'all guys all want to go on Nikki's YouTube channel and watch this short film. It's very, I don't want to give it away, but it's very moving. It's very, very touching. It's really sad.
Yeah.
But I gotta tip my hat. Nikee brought it. She brought it. She really brought her. Now, I of course I'm in it. Nikki's in it.
Yes.
Nikee plays Mrs. White. I play Mr. White.
Right.
Jessica J. Stoles, writer and director of The News, plays the doctor.
Yes.
And like I said, I don't want to kind of give it away because I want you guys to watch it and enjoy the acting.
Yeah.
But it is a message, and I ended up posting this on Facebook and Twitter, that you really don't know what someone's going through until you walk in their shoes.
Yes.
And if you are, faced with that situation, that same situation that we were, portraying in the news, it'll definitely be a dark day. You'll see that it was a dark day for those going through it and for yourself if you're faced with that same situation. And so it is a moving, touching. It might even be a tearjerker for some folks.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to move you.
Check it out.
Yeah,
Tell us what you think. Leave a comment. Yeah. I believe you can leave comments, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, leave a comment. Check it out and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Honest comments.
Yeah.
Listen. Honest comments. Be honest.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah.
Because your comments, only help us get better.
Right. That's right.
And we are students of our craft. So leave a comment. Let me know what y'all thought about it. It's on my channel, and it's also on Kev's channel as well.
And Jessica's.
And it's on Jessica
Jai Productions.
Jai Productions.
JAI Productions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is on her channel as well. And the good thing about this is that every weekend we're going to be bringing you Short Film Saturday.
Short Film Saturday.
So this is the first one.
That's right.
So go on our YouTube channels, actress Nikee Warren, actor Kevin D. Benton, and check out the news.
Absolutely.
And we also got it posted up on Facebook, and we're going to post it in our show page as well, so that y'all can see it. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think.
Well, if I could kind of step outside, if I can step outside being an actor, one of the actors in the film, and it was starring all three of us, but Nikee was definitely the lead. It was definitely starring Nikee, and she carried the film with her performance and with what she had to portray. I'm trying not to give it away so y'all can go watch it. Yeah. She did an excellent job. It was, from what I saw, having stepped back and watched it, all three of us were very believable. It was very believable. It was very realistic, and it was honest, and it was moving as well. And it does make you walk away and say, man, I hope I'm never in that situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, because the bottom line is any day, any of us can get the news. The news. And you just kind of hope that you can live your life and pray that you can live your life from day to day and not get the news. But we know that this is one of the real realities of life and our human existence, that sometimes you get the news. So other than that, man, we was staying on the grind, auditioning. We auditioned for a feature film, and that went very, very well for a number of reasons. Yeah. So Nikee went in before me, and I stood outside by the door, preparing myself to go in, and she did a phenomenal job. Yeah. She did a phenomenal job. Now I'm gonna tell you the comments of the people that was in the hallway, what they were saying. They was like, wow, I really felt that. So Nikee comes out, I'm waiting to go in, and I'm still sitting by the door, and the comments that they were making were very positive ones in terms of her performance and things like that. So I go in, hey, I put my A game on the line, and I felt really, really good about my performance. But I want to add this. I get to the audition, and the people who are running the audition, I have a good relationship with. I have a very, very good relationship with. I have a very, very good relationship with them, such that I have supported them in the past. I've worked with them in the past, and I didn't know who was running the audition, but just walking in, I said, here's again, life coming full circle. Now, I wasn't expecting no hand-me-downs. I wanted to go in there, put my A game on the line. I did that because I'm going to earn it. Now, if you want to give me a role, I'm not going to argue, but I went in there, and, the young lady, who I don't want to say the name, who I'm speaking of, we had to fill out these forms. When she got to me, she said, you don't have to fill out the form. But I said, no, I'm going to go through the process like everybody else. Yeah. And I filled out the form. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Got up there, did my audition, and it was just, okay, good job, Kev. Talk to you. You know what I mean? I wanted to share that because you have to be careful how you treat people. You do. This acting journey is smaller than you think. You never know how life is going to come full circle. So it is imperative that you treat people with the love and the kindness and the respect like you want to be treated. Because the bottom line is, if I hadn't had a negative encounter, it wouldn't have mattered how good my audition was. Yeah. I would not have gotten an opportunity. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And just treat everybody with love and respect. Yes. And with kindness. Always be appreciative and always say thank you. And I'm telling you, you will go far. Yeah. I had to throw that in.
Yeah. And the monologue that I did for that audition was it was a brother and a sister, where the brother is on drugs. He's heavy on drugs, and he disappears for months at a time. And while he's gone, the mother is sick and she's dying. Right. And the sister is left to care for the mother by herself. Mother dies, and the sister has to bury the mother by herself. And then after all of that is over, the brother shows up.
I got you.
So the sister is at the door laying his behind out.
And let me tell y'all this. Nikee was laying his behind out, and she did a great job. It was very, very believable. And I mean, it was definitely dramatic, but she laid his behind out. And I'm telling you, any monologue that got to do with some cussing in it, she gonna nail that joint. I'm just trying to tell you. But she did a great job.
I had to lay him out.
Yeah, she did a great job. But yeah, she did a great job, man. And the audition that I did was Strength Through Tears.
Yes, which is one of my favorites by you.
Yeah. And so one thing that I was listening for when Nikee went in, and one thing I, challenged myself to do is what they call, or what we've called, the airplane takeoff.
Yes.
Where you start out kind of talking regularly. You gradually get to the drama. Mm-hmm. You don't just start out yelling unless the role calls for it, unless the audition calls for it. You want to do what they call the airplane takeoff. Start out talking. Mm-hmm. Like, wait a minute, are you crying? Wait a minute. You can't be. You know what? I'm going to be really honest with you right now. I've never seen a grown man cry. Never, let alone a man of your size. See how I started out talking and then take it up? Well, Nikee did that airplane, and when she got to the altitude, she was laying that, whoever she was talking to, she was laying them out. But then she came back down for a landing and then laid him back out again. I was like, oh, she did a double dip. I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, and it makes your monologue more powerful because, as the great Christine May told us when we was in Who Wants to Star in the Movie, she said you don't want to start out yelling and too high, because if you start out yelling and too high, where can you take it? Where can you take it? But when you can start out going on the runway and then taking off, you got somewhere to take it. You can always come back down and go back up if you need to. So we're always learning and developing.
We're students of our craft. We walked away from the audition on Saturday feeling extremely good
and positive.
So we'll
keep you posted.
Keep you posted on that.
On the results. Even though we kind of got a great idea what the results are going to be, but we're going to keep you posted.
We'll keep you posted on that. Yep. It was, for me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be really honest. When I walk into an audition and I go into a room and it's a lot of people sitting in there, that makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I'm like, cause in my head, I'm like, who are these people? Why is it so many of you in here?
And they always got to have somebody hanging with the crew.
Yes,
that's not part of it.
Why is it so many of you in here? So you walk into the audition and you're standing in the center of the floor. You got all this space behind you. You got all these eyes watching you in front of you, and you have to perform. Yeah.
Now this is what I learned to do. And this is what I learned in acting classes. What we were. Find a spot to focus on.
And I'm going to tell you what I did.
Yeah. So I look like, I kind of look down towards the floor as if I was talking to a grown man who was crying and balled up on the floor.
Yeah.
So that was where the spot that I found. And sometimes you might want to ask, the director, do you want me to look into the camera, or where do you want my line of vision? Mm-hmm. So if you're not sure, or if they tell you where you want to look. But I saw everything you saw. I'm like, who's them dudes in the back? You know what I'm saying? They don't even like they belong here.
Who are they?
Oh, they don't look like they're part of the production team.
What I did was I focused on her.
Okay.
And the way she said
so you looked at...
I looked at her.
Oh, then you in there.
So the way you was cussing that dude out? At the chair, I put... The person I was cussing out, I put it on her face.
Okay.
And I laid her behind out. And she was twitching.
So wait, so you was talking to a man?
Yes.
Oh,
because I'm the sister. In my monologue, I'm the sister.
Right.
And I'm the one who was struggling to take care of the mother.
I got you.
And then she dies. Well, and then the brother comes back. So I put the man face. I visioned the man face on her, and I laid her out. You know what?
That reminded me. Remember that movie, The Water Boy, starring Adam Sandler? He's playing football. He would put the face on the football player.
Yes.
Yeah. But sometimes you got to do that. Yeah. Sometimes you got to do that.
The way she was moving in the chair, like, oh my God, this girl is giving me the business. I was giving her the business.
You got to.
Yeah. But they loved it. So we'll see. We'll keep you guys posted on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we forgot to tell people. We forgot to mention in our adventures, we are in the Upside.
Yeah.
Gang. Nikee and I is in the Upside. We
are in the Upside.
It comes out this Friday, January 11th. We're in the scene with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston in the opera scene. So, our job.
Actually, we got more scenes than that. Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah. We got, we were in some other scenes too. Yeah. But I think we're going to be, I want to say featured. Yeah, we'll be more featured in the opera scene, but we were in the other scenes.
Prayerfully, because you know how things...
Barring editing.
We in the movie. Editing stage, stuff get cut.
Yeah, we're in the movie. We got our IMDb credit,
Yes, we got our credit.
Yeah, but we had to wait and see what was edited before we... Yes. But we going to step out on faith and say, hey, go see the movie.
Go see the movie.
And
I'm hoping
y'all see
because we gave out much attitude. Okay?
Yeah.
And I would like to say we look sharp in our furs.
Yeah, we sure did. We look real expensive. And the lady, but when we were filming, the lady did take down our name.
Yes, she did.
Because we were sitting in the camera view, and they took down our name and our number for all the people that were sitting around the camera. Yeah,
thumbs up for that.
Yeah,
so we up in the theater on Friday. So why don't y'all come out and go with us and check out the upside?
Yeah, check out the upside. And shout out to all the Philly actors that was in the upside. It was a lot of them. A lot of them that worked on it. With us, and we had a great time that day, and we're looking forward to see what it comes out to be. So, we got some photographs. Oh yeah, we're gonna post the posters.
Some photographs.
Yeah, we're gonna post the pictures, some behind the scenes pictures that we took, and can we say we took away? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna post some behind the scenes pictures that we took with Kevin Hart.
Yes.
And Bryan Cranston.
Yes.
And we also took one with Harry from his production team too. But we had a great time just busting it up backstage behind the scene with Kev, and it was great. He took Nikee's phone to take the one picture we're gonna post with all three of us in it. He took Nikee's phone because she was fiddling around with it or whatever she was doing. Yeah. Kevin Hart took the phone and said, hey, let me do that. And he took the selfie and it was great.
And it just came to me, just so you guys know what we were talking about. Remember last year, we told you guys that we were in The Untouchables with Kevin Hart. Well, that's the film we're talking about because the title has been changed to The Upside. Yeah. So The Untouchables is The Upside. Same movie, different name. Yeah. That's what it is. And we can put up those photographs that we told you guys about last year that we took with Kevin Hart. We can now put those photos up because the movie is out. Yeah,
and so the delay was they were waiting for an organization to pick up the movie. So STX picked it up and it's now moving forward. The movie has already been filmed. It was finished 2 years ago. Finished 2 years ago. Yeah. And so, man, we Nikee and I had to do, and the people sitting in our section, we had to react.
Don't tell them.
Oh, okay, we ain't gonna tell them. Let them go see it. All right.
Let them see.
Okay, all right.
Don't tell them, Kevin.
All right. So,
like my southern accent.
All right. So, and other than that, we got the Keys premiere coming up.
Yes, Keys is coming up. Yeah. So happy about that.
Yeah, we'll be telling you guys more about that, and then they're working on a Delaware Shore premiere coming up as well.
I can't wait.
So we are excited about what's coming up. And and it's real funny because people were asking me, especially about Delaware Shore. They was like, are they going to do another premiere? And I was like, they got to do one in Delaware because it's Delaware Shore. You know what I'm saying? They got to do one in Delaware. It'd be hard not to do one in Delaware.
So the last I heard, we were playing around with some dates.
Yeah, they were trying to see what everybody's availability was for the dates. But
we definitely want to get in Delaware and turn that place out.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Delaware is
turn it out. We up in Delaware. We gonna let it all hang out. We're gonna turn it out.
All right, we're losing focus again, but anyway, we're losing focus because we got to bring our special guest on who is waiting for us.
Waiting patiently.
I would say this. I know that Delaware is going to come out in full fledged to support this movie. Yes. This is something big, not only going on in the world with the Oscar buzz and all that stuff, but this is definitely something going on big in Delaware because they don't really film movies in Delaware. So we're really, really excited about it. If you guys missed the LA premiere and the New York premiere, it was off the chain.
It was fire.
It was fire. It was an experience we will never forget for the rest of our lives.
We were on a bus, a chartered bus, okay? And we pulled up to the marquee. Yeah. Our name is at the top. Yeah. Creed is at the bottom. Yeah. And we in both of them movies.
Right. That's right. Yep.
Kevin and Nikee up in Delaware Shore and Creed 2. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So it was great.
That was a beautiful sight to see.
It was.
Yeah.
And the experience was just so awesome, so positive, so much positive energy, so much love surrounded. Everybody enjoyed the movie.
Yeah. Everybody enjoyed it.
It was phenomenal.
It was funny too.
Yeah, it had some funny parts.
It has some funny parts. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta see this.
Y'all gotta see Delaware Shore.
Listen, we're gonna keep you updated when we come up with a date for the Delaware premiere because we want y'all to go with us again and turn this place out in Delaware. I guarantee you, it's a movie that you will enjoy. You don't want to. You're gonna get educated too. Yeah, you're gonna get educated. You're gonna feel. You're gonna feel. It's thought provoking. It's very, very moving. Very moving. But it's also going to cause you to do some introspection about where am I in connection to my painful past, and how is my painful past pouring onto other people whom I love and I'm trying to protect, but I keep hurting. That's right. It's awesome, man. Right. It's awesome. It's going to be hard to walk out of there without just doing some thinking. So we excited. And then since we, of course, closer to the tri-state area, we're going to get our family and friends out to come support the movie and stuff like that. Yeah. And so, And so with that said, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. But before we do, listen, gang, everybody out in the Kevin and Nikee show land. Yes. We have a special guest on the line. Yes. Super duper nice guy. Awesome. Love him to death. Humble. You know, talented. Very, very talented. Yes. And you guys are going to want to hear his story. Mm-hmm. We don't want to give it away because we bring him back. We won't. But what he's doing is making waves around the world. Yes. Because this is definitely a worldwide premiere. It's called the Shake Up. It's definitely called the Shake Up. It's the Shake Up. He's shaking things up. He's waking people up. We waking people up, and he's shaking stuff around the world. Bringing awareness, and he's doing great and big things with his art, with his craft. Yes. And we're going to tell you more about who he is and what he does, and y'all going to really enjoy hearing his story. This is the Kevin and Nikee show on iHeartRadio. We're on iHeartRadio. We all the way around the world, and we'll be right back. No can do I
love Hall and Oates.
I love me some
Because I can't go for that.
No can do. I can't go for that. No
can do. Oh man, we having too much fun.
I would walk up to somebody and say, I can't go for that.
No can do.
You know, you got to stretch that. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, this is the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio and all around the world. We are back and we are ready to introduce our special guest. But before we do, we want to tell you a little bit about who he is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Delaware Shore pretty much is about Tasha and Gallagher. They are fraternal twins and they live on Slaughter Beach in Delaware with their grandmother, Agnes, who is also a Holocaust survivor. Now, Delaware is the state of many beaches, and our story takes place on Slaughter and Rehoboth Beach. It's a tale of love, intrigue, and surrender. And Agnes, who is a Holocaust survivor, escapes to New York and then to Delaware, and she finds refuge on Slaughter Beach. Now, check this out, guys. Her only daughter, Frances, got the nerve to dump twins on her, and she must learn how to raise these twins, Tasha and Gallagher. Now, Agnes finds that she is also being pursued by an Israeli agent who has followed her trail to Delaware. Now, Tasha, she becomes involved with JJ, who is a Dominican hipster, and Gallagher becomes a lifeguard on Rehoboth Beach, and he also finds himself in a gay relationship. Now, like I said, it's a tale of adventure, intrigue, and paranormal and scope.
That's right. And to add to that, the book has become a movie.
Yes.
And so, yes, he is none other than the author of the book that became a movie that is making waves around the world.
Yes. Yes.
He is
none other than
Michaelangelo.
Woo!
How you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
hey,
how you doing?
How are you?
Great, I'm so excited and invigorated by listening to your radio station here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, well, thank you so much for taking time.
Is this live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are live in Delaware on a
Around the world.
evening?
We are around the world.
We are live around the world.
Oh boy, so much energy.
That's right. So
Fantastic.
awesome.
Hello, this is Michaelangelo Rodriguez from beautiful Newcastle, Delaware, author of Delaware Shore, saying hello.
I got you. That's right. And I know our listeners are definitely saying hello back to
they
you.
are saying hello.
And excited to hear from you. But first, we just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come on the show. And it's definitely an honor to have you on the show.
I'm never too busy for iHeartRadio, friend.
I got you. Thank you so much.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, listen, we wanted to
Bottle up their energy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Yeah. All right. So we want to jump right. Let's jump right on in.
Yeah, we want to jump right in. You wrote an awesome book that has been turned into a feature film titled Delaware Shore. Tell our listeners a little bit about the book that you wrote.
Delaware Shore is the way I started writing Delaware Shore is I had been working for a major publication company for 17 years, and I left because I wasn't happy with the management, and I got into this incredible funk. And since I am a writer, I said, well, let me start writing this book, and I visited Delaware beaches with a family relative, and when we got to the beach in particular, Slaughter Beach, there were thousands of horseshoe crabs lying on the beach, and I thought to myself, well, this kind of looks like a Darth Vader war zone.
Yeah, I got you.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then I started started in my little fictional mind to populate it with people. And I remember when I was about 11 years old, growing up in the Bronx, that I had a neighbor who had come over from Germany, and she told me stories about, Germany and the war and all of that. And I said, well, this would be a good place for her to come, and I can make a story out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how Delaware Shore started, and so it turned into a book form. And then Raghav Perry, who is the director, read it, and he says, "Wow, this is really great."
Yeah.
So he started working on the script, and here we have the movie, and we're all back from Hollywood and New York, and we're all excited to. We'll be announcing our Delaware premiere pretty soon on Facebook.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, the LA premiere we heard was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
We were at, of course, the New York premiere. That was fantastic. Definitely looking forward to the Delaware premiere, and I know that everyone's going to enjoy it. But I have to ask, how does it feel to have written a book that's now turned into a feature film, and Oscar talk, Oscar buzz is surrounding this movie that originated from your book? How does that feel?
It feels, well, as I said, when I started writing this book, I was in this funk because I left my job of 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
One day I just got up and I said, I really can't do the corporate thing anymore.
I hear you.
So now, with the book and with the movie, I'm just really all these dark clouds that are lifted from my mind. Writers and artists, we have all these kind of, you well know, these kind of swings back and forth in our minds.
Yeah.
So I feel really great, and I'm going to start on my singing career.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay.
Well, if you need two backup singers, me and Nikee got you.
Yes, we got that do-wop.
Do.
Everyone in their heart has artistic intent, artistic talent. It's just needs to be released.
Yeah, I got you. That's right. That's absolutely.
That is right.
Well, you definitely are a man of many talents.
You break away. You just break away and then see what happens.
Right.
It's like a bird being released into the sky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, you definitely are a man of many talents, and I mean, me and Nikee can attest to the fact that we never thought our names would be in the same title as actor, actress, let alone multi-award winning actor and actress. Like you said, trying to just step into new realms and, seeking new challenges and things like that. And we got a radio show that's worldwide, and we're talking to none other than Michaelangelo Rodriguez, the author of Delaware Shore.
You get the bell.
I just want to say there's so many opportunities for actors, everywhere. Especially now, when they're trying to make everything inclusive.
Yeah.
And the company that I run, it's called Avocado Media. We work really hard to be inclusive, and that's our policy and philosophy. And this movie, Delaware Shore, we have people from all backgrounds, which truly represents the world. In my last movie, The Wilmington, it wasn't that great. I said in the next movie, it's got to be more inclusive.
Gotcha.
Well,
everyone's
it sure
got
is.
talent. It doesn't matter,
I got
If
you.
you're an orange or an apple, we just want to see talent.
Well, that's that. Yeah, that is so.
We have our talent, and then we have more movies coming up.
Absolutely.
Nice.
That is so awesome. I mean, because, like I said, all inclusiveness and diversity is so important, because without it, it speaks to limitations.
Yeah.
And the world is full of beautiful people of all walks of life. And when you can experience that in a theatrical concept, it just makes it all the more better, just like Delaware Shore.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it was great to be with you at the New York premiere. We're so thrilled. Even though I didn't get any pizza.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you this.
We're a little late.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to rub it in, but the pizza was very, very good.
Very good.
Very, very good. Nothing like New York pizza.
New York pizza. I'm telling you.
Right. That's right.
We have the cheesesteaks here.
Historic Greenwich Village, and It's just awesome being with my friends, so much sharing, artistic energy. It's just like, I should have been here like when I was 8 years old, not when I'm like 71.
I want to.
What it is, I guess. It happens. I mean, listen, guys. I'm going to be 72 this year. And I've always followed this dream of being a writer, and I just turned around after I walked away from corporate structure, and it happened. And met wonderful Raghav Perry, the director, and his and Dee Perry, his wife, and we just assembled this team like it was like a miracle.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely got to give a shout out to Raghav and his wife, the super talented director of Delaware Shore, and the whole entire cast and crew and production team.
Yes, phenomenal job.
Yeah.
They get the bell.
Everybody get the bell.
Yes, they get the bell. Phenomenal job.
I want to read a quick excerpt from the book. Okay, so it goes like this. The drone flew over the Sancti Shore, a sunny day in Delaware. The waters below sparkled blue. The drone was an unusual sight, owned by a resident in one of the one of the nicer homes on Slaughter Beach. She had attached a camera to the drone and clicked back funny photos of the jagged edges bay cars seen on Route 13 and beyond the Cape Henlope and Dewey. When I read the excerpt, it kind of sounded poetic. Do you have any connection with poetic language? There was some poetic language in the excerpt. And is there anything that you can talk to or speak to? Because I'm a lover of poetry. And when I was in college, I actually took the same class twice because I loved it so much. And Robert Frost's The Road Less Traveled is one of my favorite poems. But do you have a love for poetry? And if you do, how did that culminate into the poetic language that we just heard in the excerpt?
I do have a love of poetry. I was a shut-in child. My parents, my mother and stepfather, they both worked, and I stayed home. And my mom always read a lot of books, and she gave them to me, like, books that weren't suitable for minors, but I read them anyway. And then I just developed appreciation of writing. And though I got a C in high school, a final C, I did manage to go to the Ohio State University, where I completed a bachelor's in English and literature, and then also the University of Windsor, where I completed a master in literature and writing, and I studied with the great, great, great author, Miss Joyce Carol Oates.
Wow.
And it happened that way, but I've always had appreciation of the cadence of language. And I think that developed when I was just at home and I was reading books all the time. I really wasn't allowed to go out because I just wasn't.
Gotcha.
And we had like 8 brothers and sisters. So yes, I appreciate the cadence of language and the poetry and love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish I had more time to write the great Delaware novel, but maybe.
I got you. Awesome.
The great Delaware novel will be, I don't know, Delaware Pie in the Sky or something.
It gotta have, as long as it got Delaware in there, we cool with it.
Yes.
But that's awesome.
Well, I know you're riding high, off of Delaware Shore, doing exceptionally well. And like we said before, like Kev said before, we got the Oscar talk going on. But what else do you have going on? What's next? Because when you write something good, you got to keep it going. So what's next?
Well, what's next? Actually, we're contemplating return to Delaware Shore.
Oh!
What happened in the first movie?
Yes.
Nice.
And then we'll be working on the second movie, and I really, really want it to be in-depth about Delaware and the people here. I really want it, not to sound patronizing, but there's so much history here that people don't know about.
Yeah.
And you can take that history and turn it into a very interesting, dramatic movie. A lot of folks don't know about the arrival, how people of color formed this state. You know, there's Southern Delaware has just got so much rich history about folks, and we'll take a look at that and work from there.
Awesome.
Nice.
But that's going to be like the movie Delaware Shore took about 6 years from creation of the novel to the actual finished product. So the next movie will probably be about 4 years. I'll try to speed up the process.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. You know, and I'm glad that you talked about the rich history in Delaware. I definitely have roots in Delaware, having attended the University of Delaware, and it is a state that is more than just a place where you can go to have no taxes. So we're looking forward to the development and creation of Delaware Shore 2, Return to Delaware. But I want to ask this particular question. One of the themes that came out in your book, and even in the movie, was kind of like the theme of hurt people hurt people. You know, you have this Holocaust survivor, and Agnes, who finds refuge on Slaughter Beach, and she unexpectedly, you know, her daughter Frances unexpectedly leaves 2 children, Gallagher and Tasha, on her step. She's put in a position where she's raising her grandchildren. She loves them. She's trying to protect them, but her painful past of being in a Holocaust, escaping from the Holocaust, being raped, being abused, she really doesn't come to grips with that pain, which probably most people wouldn't in that situation. But her pain, in a mean-spirited way, is kind of pouring on to the grandkids. What made you implement that theme, so to speak, of hurt people, because it really is a very, very introspective for our human experience.
Yeah.
Well, in regards to Agnes and how Agnes was developed, she actually was developed by my own mother. My own mother was raised in Brooklyn, New York, and she was treated very terribly. She had 9 kids, being that she was Roman Catholic, and she loved her kids, but she was very harsh with us.
Got you.
You know, exceedingly harsh, and it was sort of I don't know what to say. It was a household full of a lot of pain.
I got you.
When we were growing up. And because she had a lot of pain, daily, she was holding 2 jobs. I love my mom, and I recognize what she went through. So this is sort of the celebration of getting away from pain, understanding the bad things in your life, and moving on, like in the end of Delaware Shore.
Absolutely.
A lot of this is, in fact. And she's based a little bit on my mother and my relatives.
Got you.
Wow.
You know, you remember back in the day when you misbehaved and your mom could smack you across the face, right? And
Yeah.
In the middle.
Absolutely.
Blink an eye.
Yeah.
Not that anymore, but that was back in the day.
Right.
So Agnes in the movie, she's hurting.
Yeah.
She's like she's got a thorn in her foot, and she's just doesn't know how to deal with all that pain. And the only way she takes, the only way she deals with that is just like taking it out on others.
Right.
You know, like you come home from work, you had a terrible day. What do?
Right.
Some people beat the dog.
Right. That's right.
Do, but they transfers of pain.
Yeah.
Transfer of pain.
Right. Absolutely.
And I like how you wrote that character. You didn't sugarcoat anything.
You sure didn't.
And I like that because people do take things out on other people, and sometimes, in more cases, it's the person that's closest
to them, yeah.
You know, that's closest to you. So I like how you didn't dance around that.
Yeah. You
just went all out with that character. So that was really good. That was really good. Very powerful.
And we definitely appreciate, your story of how Agnes was developed, because you're a living witness that sometimes the pain that we go through or experience can be for for other people's profit. Because when I say profit, I mean benefiting so that they can learn from it, glean from it, or something great coming out of it. You're a great writer. You have an awesome book, that's turned into an awesome movie. And, you know, a lot of it, most of it is predicated on, you know, some of your experience. And so it goes to show me that sometimes in life, you know, if we take a productive approach towards our pain, it can turn into something great. And now you have a movie that is, has Oscar buzz around it. I mean, it was nothing I don't think any of us could have dreamt up, even with the talk surrounding the movie. So kudos to you, Raga Perry, his wife, all the actors that brought your story to life, the production team, the cinematographers, everybody that played a role in this movie. We say kudos and shout out to them.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Well, thank you. If you're interested in my other literary works, you can go to Amazon.com under Michaelangelo Rodriguez.
Okay.
I've been writing all my life, and I want to thank my mentor, Joyce Carol Oates. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her.
I'm familiar with her. Yes.
I studied very closely with her style. It's about bringing out that pain and you know, family issues and that genre.
Right. Very good job.
Exciting new things coming up, but the next quick movie is going to be very lighthearted. I like doing lighthearted stuff. It kind of balances. There's the heavy stuff and the lighthearted stuff.
Got you.
We have a very lighthearted movie on YouTube called The Wilmingtonians.
Okay.
Okay.
Years ago, so people can look that up. It's free.
Okay.
And it's lighthearted comedy.
Okay.
But the next movie we're doing is called, I can't tell you.
That's right. No spoilers.
You see how he faked this
I know
out.
he faked this out. That's right. That was what was that, the Philly special? He faked this out.
He faked this out.
Yeah. But I want to ask one more question. At the end of the movie, they have this scene where Tasha's interviewing a Holocaust survivor. The Holocaust survivor knows Agnes, who was Tasha's grandmother. Mm-hmm. And so while Tasha's interviewing this Holocaust survivor, she kind of gets this epiphany that, hey, maybe Granny was treating us bad because of her pain. Yeah. And so it was one of those things where they were able to, at that moment, put aside the pain that she caused them to focus on the pain that she had gone through, which I thought was a phenomenal challenge. Because I walked out of the movie like, can I set aside how negatively people have treated me to see that it was because of what they were going through and forgive? Right. So can you just talk a little bit about that theme? It was very powerful. And that was one of the many thought-provoking aspects of the movie and the book. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. That part there is not part of the original book. That was written by the director, Raga Perry. Okay. He wrote that scene. I was there when he was writing it, and I could see his head lighting up with like a million light bulbs. I said, sure, sounds great. Please give me another martini. That was something he wrote, but it was a brilliant move on his part. We were talking about Washington, D.C. and the Holocaust Museum and how we can how we can arrive at a really good ending, and he came up with this fantastic ending of Tasha meeting the Holocaust survivor in the hallway, met by the brilliant actress who plays that role.
Emily McKinley Hill! Yes! She get the bell!
Yeah! Who plays the Holocaust survivor is slipping my mind right now.
Oh, that was Sharon. Sharon played that.
Sharon was great.
Yeah. Emily played Tasha, and Sharon played the Holocaust survivor. Mm-hmm. And Sharon get the bell too! Yeah.
Woo! Everybody getting the bell
today. Yeah.
I want to send a bell out to Zachary, the little 12-year-old.
Oh, Zach, yeah. Yeah, Zach get the bell.
It was 40 degrees or 30 degrees. I'm like sitting in my lawn. I think you were there. I was sitting in my lawn chair. I was like, Oh my God. Are we going to be like sued or something? In the water and jumps out like, oh, it's summertime. Okay. That's only a 12-year-old can only do that.
Yes.
And then we also our James, our actor, James Robinson, he also had to jump into the water. The Delaware.
James, get the bell.
In front of on Slaughter Beach. Like, it's in the movie. We'll just have everybody jump into the water.
Yeah. Everybody in the water.
Yeah. Everybody did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
A phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Mr. Michaelangelo Rodriguez, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. Before we leave, we want you to kind of put, if people want to follow Delaware Shore, follow you, get your book, watch the Wilmingtonians, just take your time and put, all your social media handles out there, Delaware Shore media handles and, your book handles. And take your time and just put that out there for our listeners that want to follow you and or support by buying and purchasing the book.
Yes.
Okay, well, they can get the book on Amazon.com, Delaware Shore. They can find the former movie we did, The Wilmingtonians, on YouTube. And the entire cast and crew and when we're going to be having the premiere in Delaware will be on Facebook, so they can follow us there. And then there are posted pictures on Instagram. I want to give a shout out to all my tech people because, it's amazing what they do. I mean, the amazing stuff that they've been doing, it's just great with the tech, with the Instagram and Facebook. When I was born, the only thing I had was, a typewriter. Everybody remembers typewriter.
Yeah. Click. One button at a time. Yeah. Absolutely.
So thank you. We'll look forward to seeing everyone at our premiere. It'll probably be January or February. It's coming up soon. We were in discussions the other day where we're going to premiere it at. Okay. It looks like it's going to be a Penn Cinema on the riverfront.
Oh, nice. It's a nice, beautiful facility.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, well, we are definitely looking forward to it. And, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great experience. Once again, continued success to you, Mr. Michaelangelo.
Yes.
Look,
thank you, Kevin and Nikki. Thank you so much.
Yes,
You're
sir.
welcome. Thank you so much for coming on our show.
Yep. Yes, sir.
My pleasure.
Yep.
And you enjoy your day.
All right.
And talk to you.
Delaware.
Shore, Delaware.
That's
Shore.
Right. All right. Take care. Talk to you and see you soon.
Okay, good night.
Good night. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
Like Delaware Shore,
Delaware Shore, Delaware. That was awesome.
Love it.
Awesome interview. Very, very talented. Mr. Michaelangelo Rodriguez. Go to Amazon.com.
Yes.
Get the book. Come see the movie Delaware Shore. You're going to really, really enjoy yourself. I guarantee you will not be disappointed.
You will not.
It is going to be powerful.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's going to be powerful.
It has a lot of moments in there where it's funny, but it's a powerful movie. Jewish Holocaust survivors, and hurt people. It has that story. Hurt people.
Yeah.
So, it makes you want to check yourself. Like some things that I've gone through in my past, could it be the reason why I'm acting a certain way towards somebody
in the present?
Yeah. Check yourself. It will have you checking yourself.
It really would. It was a very, very thought-provoking, moving, touching, movie and book. And, that introspective part, man, it's hard. Like you will not be able to put this book down or watch the movie and escape that introspective part of the movie.
Yeah.
And so it is just great. It's just great. And great interview. And we are just looking forward to the premiere.
We're looking forward to
the premiere.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
So
so
we're going to take a break.
And
when we come back, there's going to be time for news and sports.
Scholars Professional Editing firm consists of a specialized group of academic doctors, editors, and statisticians that keep doctoral candidates moving through the academic doctoral process by providing one-to-one group mentorship and all-inclusive editorial services that produce writing advancement that result in exponential movement. The scholars conduct line-by-line editing, proof, and copy editing, university-specific format, compliance, and substantiated done-for-you services on the following documents: doctoral thesis, dissertation, capstone projects, research studies, research proposals, research papers, and oral defense preparation and presentation. The Scholars Professional Editing Group keep you moving. For more information on editorial services, our doctoral accelerator mentorship program, visit www.thescholarsedediting.com. That's www.thescholarsedediting.com, or contact Dr. Haynes at 281-315-6053. All right. So it's time for news and sport. All right. It's sports. And this is the only story I got for today.
You cracks me up.
The Philadelphia Eagles' hopes and dreams of being the defending two-time Super Bowl champions is still alive. The Eagles played the Chicago Bears on Sunday and won a squeaker in a 16-15 win that ended in dramatic fashion. 10 seconds left in the game. Cody Parkey is kicking the field goal. Doug Peterson calls time out just in the nick of time. Mm-hmm. But he goes on and kicks the field goal and makes it right down the middle. Mm-hmm. They call it freezing the kicker.
Yes.
And freeze he did. Because when the game resumed, Cody Parker misses the field goal.
Man.
Right off of the left goal post. And the Philadelphia Eagles win. Their Super Bowl hopes is still alive. Can you feel the magic in the air? Yeah. Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Listen.
Can you dig it? That's all I got.
You know what? Yo, you were too hyped there.
I'm hyped, man. I am hyped.
Listen. I'm trying. That was a good game. They were fighting for their lives.
They were fighting for their lives.
They were fighting for their lives on that field. I'm trying to tell you, and it was point for point.
It was neck and neck, wasn't it? Woo!
Listen, that was a good game. I will say that was a good game. And
but you know what?
Crazy.
You know what's so crazy though? That's so crazy because the Eagles needed the Bears to win to get into the playoffs.
Right.
And then
they turned around
and beat the team that they needed to get in. I gotta say it. The Eagles should have lost.
Yeah.
Because if Doug Peterson doesn't call timeout, he makes that first field goal.
Yeah, because they also missed a field goal. The Eagles did.
Yeah, they did.
They also missed a field goal.
Yeah.
So listen, that song "Angels Watching Over Me,"
man.
My Lord, honey, the angels are watching
something magical is going down.
The Eagles now.
Something magical is going down.
Something magical is going down. Yeah. These boys are trying to bring home another ring.
Yeah, something magical is going down.
They're trying to bring home another ring.
But you know what?
As they should.
But here's the thing, though, Nick. There's been a lot of things that's been happening that's out of their control.
Yeah.
That's fallen in their favor.
Yeah.
You know, the Bears winning so that they can get into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. The Bears lose and they win their game. They don't get in.
That's right.
You know, if Cody Parkey makes this field goal, that's the end of the season.
Yeah.
So their hopes and dreams of repeating as champions still alive.
Alive.
They have the St. Louis Rams next, who they already beat. But you know it's going to be a different game.
So the Bears are out.
The Bears are out. That's it.
The Bears are out. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
So now the Eagles live to play another game.
That's it. They live to play another game.
They live to play another game.
Yeah, but that's all I got, man. That was enough. I had some other sports stories, but we're going to cancel them.
Dang, you guys don't matter.
We'll get them next week. You know. Anyway. All right.
All right. Well, in news, a little bit of sad news. And then, you guys, I got to, ain't that some beep story? Y'all gonna be like, Nikki, yes, you were right. And let me tell you something. Y'all know we research on our show.
Yeah, we do.
Okay? And when I be telling you stuff, it's because I research it. So when you hear this, ain't that some bleep news, you're going to be like, wow, Nikki, you hit the nail right on the head. Right. You hit it right on the head. Okay, so little bit of a sad news. 7-year-old Jasmine Barnes was laid to rest on Tuesday. Jasmine, as we know, is a 7-year-old who was shot dead while riding in the car with her mother and 3 other siblings. Jasmine, her mother, and 3 other siblings were fired upon by who Jasmine's mother thought to be a white man, but it turns out that the face of the shooter may have been a person of color. So 20-year-old Eric Black Jr. has been charged with Jasmine's murder. Another suspect has been taken into custody, and police are searching for another suspect. Now, here's the crazy thing. This part is what, freaked me out, because it appears to be a case of mistaken identity on both parts. The mother thought that the shooter was white. And the shooter thought that the people in the car was someone else.
Got you. Now, also, I saw that they interviewed one of the young little girls, and that she said that she saw someone with blue eyes. They had a hoodie on, and she couldn't make out the face.
Couldn't make out the face.
So this is just a sad situation all the way around.
All the way around. So the actual shooter thought he was shooting somebody else, but it turns out he was shooting a mother and her daughters in the car. Right. And of course, Jasmine shot in the head and she was killed upon impact. And, although this has happened, it pretty much sparked national media coverage, because DeAndre Hopkins, who is the wide receiver for the Houston Texans, the money that he earned from the playoff, he gave that money to them to help with the funeral.
And I watched the interview when they interviewed DeAndre, and he was just, to the best of my remembrance, he talked about how he had a daughter around that age, and he said he knows that, giving this money is not going to bring the child back, but it just moved and pressed upon his heart to do something to help. And shout out to DeAndre Hopkins, and also Shaquille O'Neal and one of the police officers also donated and gave money to help pay for the funeral. So, once again, in times of negativity, sorrow, and sadness, you have people who exemplify the good in the human spirit, trying to make things easier.
And it was such a sad story, because when we heard about this, the mother was so distraught. They took her to the hospital and they had to give her something to calm her, because she was, waking up in fits, over her daughter. And and
rightfully so. You know what I'm saying?
There is no words. There are no words that anyone could actually say to this mother and her children about what they witnessed. They're going to need a lot of therapy, a lot of love from the family. They're going to need to be surrounded and supported, because they seen this. It's not like the mother was home and heard about it. Right. She was in the car, and it's not like her sisters, the other siblings in the vehicle were somewhere else and they heard about it. They were there too. They witnessed this. And so this is something that's going to play over and over and over again in their heads.
And you know what? And the truth of the matter is that this more than likely will be something that they never get healed from. You never, of course, forget. You can get the counseling, which is always a good thing. Love, support, and all those things are definitely going to help. But this is something that they're going to have to, this is some pain they're going to have to live with.
They're
going to have to live with. And here we are. Here it is again. Yet another senseless crime.
Senseless crime.
And now a 7-year-old doesn't have the opportunity to maybe grow up and be the next Serena Williams or Lisa Leslie or the next scientist or math teacher or crossing guard. Yeah. You know, and it's just sad. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. You know, just sending up thoughts and prayers, man, because it's just like, you know, it makes me go back to the news, the short film we did. Yeah. Yeah. This is just yet one of them situations that you just hope you're never in. Yeah. So, when I was talking about this story to one of my Facebook friends, I said, you know what? Only God can step in and bring healing to that situation because no human can offer words. Right. It's not to witness something like that. It's nothing you can say. And you know how people always try to act like they have all the answers. Well, girl, you got to heal. No, and this going to be a minute. And it's going to be a lifelong process and journey. Because that was in her face. Right. And here's the other thing, like how you said only God could bring healing. And while I definitely believe that, you have a flip side issue. Because I know that there's somebody out there who maybe doesn't have faith, doesn't believe in God, or is struggling, who does have faith and is struggling. Why did God let this happen? You see what I'm saying? And we as Christians don't always have the answer. Don't always have the answers. But here's the thing: that we don't always have the answer, but we try to come up with the answer as to why from a scriptural perspective. And sometimes you can't. You can't. And you can't. The best thing you can do for this family, this mother and her children, is just keep them in prayer. Just keep them in prayer because this is going to be a minute. They witnessed this. Yeah. It's not like they were scattered somewhere else and they heard it. And here's the other thing. They heard about it. They saw this. Yeah, and the other thing too, it's easy to give all that spiritual scripture and counseling when it wasn't your child. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Taking us back to the news. Yeah. Till you walk in somebody's shoes. So sometimes it's just best to be quiet. Just say, hey, we love you. I'm praying for you. And anything I can do to help. All that super spiritual stuff and all that stuff sounds good on TV. But when you are walking through darkness, a dark tunnel like this as a family, to be honest with you, really don't want to hear it. Yeah. You don't really want to hear, God don't make no mistakes. When your heart is broken and shattered in a million pieces. Yeah. So I want to just throw out that other perspective as well. This is it's sad. It really is. It's sad, and just the look on the faces. They're broken. They're broken. Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you because we're honest people, and I'm going to tell you guys how I really feel. When I first dug into the story, and the mother, Jasmine's mother, said, it was a white man. I said, now I know darn well ain't no white person out there killing nobody's children like that. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. When I heard that too, I was like, "That just don't sound." God, ain't no white man out there just walking around and shooting people's babies. Yeah. I mean, not that it's out of the realm of possibility, but it was something I kind of thought that was like, that just don't sound. That don't sound. I was like, I know darn well we killing children now. We just walking around shooting babies. Right. Is that what we're doing? Right. And when as I dug deeper into the story and it turned out not to be so, I was like, you know what? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, because but you know what? Now take your response. You said, you know what? Okay, that's sad. That's sad that we've been so desensitized to our own culture that it's kind of like, okay, we know it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. Mm-hmm. And that's a sad place to have been moved. It's a sad place to have been moved to. Yeah. It really is. It's a sad place to have been moved to. Right. It really is. And I mean, like I said, I don't have no words. Right. I don't have no words. The only thing, we ask is that you keep the family in prayer because they're going to need it. Yeah. They're going to need your thoughts, your prayers. They're going to need it because they're going to be needing your thoughts and your prayers for a long time. It's going to be a lifetime. It's going to be a lifetime process. For a long time. Yeah. So when you're whispering your prayer, just mention their names. Yeah. If you don't know their names, just say the family of your young girl who was shot,
and killed. The little girl. Just say the little girl. Lord knows who you're talking about when you talk to him anyway. So he knows. He know everything. So he know how to pick it out. But yeah. So our thoughts and prayers are with the Barnes family as they mourn the loss of Jasmine, and they try to
pick up the pieces.
Move forward. Now, and ain't that some bleep news? Now, y'all remember I brought y'all this story about 3 weeks ago when I told you about the football player who was slapping around his girlfriend and she had filed charges. Yeah. And she had dropped the charges before, but guess what? She dropped them again.
She dropped the charges again.
And remember, I did What's Bothering Nikee. I said, what is the price tag for ladies? How much are you worth? So I guess in this case, she's worth $9 million because guess what, y'all? He signed that contract with the Washington Redskins, and he signed it for $9 million, and then she dropped the charges.
She was like, you know what?
$9 million.
You know what? I got a miraculous healing.
Hold up, y'all.
Hold up, y'all. $9 million. My head don't hurt no more.
Yeah, he ain't.
My eye ain't black no more, y'all.
That hard.
He ain't that hard. He just kicked me a little bit.
You know, he just pushed me down.
$9 million. I can get a cast.
I got broken ribs, but don't worry. It's gonna heal.
It's gonna heal.
It's gonna heal.
You know, come on. Yeah, $9 million. I can buy some aspirins. You know what I'm saying? it's sad.
How'd you get on my nerves? What you say? $9 million. You can buy some aspirins.
You know, some Tylenol.
So we know how much she's worth. $9 million.
Well,
so that's her price tag.
Woo, man.
And what got me so mad though. What got me so mad as I was researching this story when it came across my computer and I'm researching the story. She dropped the charges, but then she goes on and said, but he did, hit me at one time. No, there is no but he did nothing. You dropped the charges. Yeah,
she was like, what y'all really see in the film, he really didn't hit me. That was an optical illusion, you know what I'm saying? It looked like he punched me in the eye.
You dropped the charges. Yeah. Case dismissed.
Yeah. And they can't bring it back up.
Can't bring it back up. It's done. It's done. So it's done. She dropped the charges.
Well.
Ain't that some bleep
news? Yeah. Definitely.
I tell you. See, I see when I did that segment. Yeah. When I did that segment, ladies, how much are you worth?
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
So we gonna take a break?
We're gonna take a break.
And when we come back, it's gonna be my favorite part of the show. It's gonna be time for What's Bothering Nikee. Well, y'all found out some stuff. Y'all gonna find out more.
is part of me.
Make a wish to baby.
Make your dream come true.
Make a wish to baby.
Cause I know they're out there for you.
Make a wish, baby.
All right, well, we are back.
Yes.
We are back.
Yes.
Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. Look, it is time for my favorite part of the show. It's time to find out what's bothering Nikee.
Well, ladies, I'm going to have to repeat it. Let me say it again, and I'll be happy to repeat it. How much are you worth? How much are you worth? So I was frustrated. Mm-hmm. I really was. I was frustrated. I was mad. I was like, okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Here we go. I was a little hurt and disappointed when I found out that the young lady had dropped the charges on the young man, football player. No, we don't want to destroy anyone's career or anything like that. You know, people work hard for their careers, but wrong is wrong and right is right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it is unacceptable for a man to put his hands on a woman. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable for a woman to put her hands on a man. Let me just say that too.
Yeah, some women beat a man up real quick.
Some women will beat a man up real quick. For real. Okay. It is unacceptable on both ends. Right. Okay. Ladies, we can't be all up in the man's face, pointing all in his head, slapping him all in the face and think he's not going to do anything. Now, there is some things that is called a very strong man. He'll just grab you, sit you on the couch, and he'll walk outside. But then you have some men who will go upside your head for a good while. So, I mean, we have to get to the point where we are making better choices. Mm-hmm. Making better choices. If on both ends, for men and for women. For men, if the girl act crazy, 9 times out of 10, she crazy. Mm-hmm. Okay, you have to look at her background. Look at where she come from. Mm-hmm. Don't just say, "Oh, that's my wifey." You know how we put the wifey and the husband on the title on the phone, and then the person turn out to be chum crazy and different things like that. You have to do your research, just like we always say, research. It's getting to the point where you have to do your research, and just because a person just happened to have a whole lot of money, they're an athlete and different things like that, you got to do your research on them too. Yeah. You have to do your research on them too. Because that money that they're putting out, the money that they're showing you, putting you up in the big house, throwing them diamonds at you and different things like that, that does not mean that if you start dating him and you take those things, that opens you up to be a punching bag. You got to do your research. So how much are you worth? Mm-hmm. If he throw a diamond ring on your finger today and then punch you in your mouth tomorrow, what you going to do?
Yep.
You know what I mean? What do you want to do?
I think I said before, if you playing a board game with him and you tell him you lost and he punched that desk like on iRobot. Listen. I did not kill her. You need to run for cover.
Get my nerves. I'm serious. I'm serious because it's now getting to the point where people don't care. Yeah. People don't care. I mean, we have to get back to the point where we are not so quick to get a wife. We're not so quick to get a husband. We have to get back to the point where let's chill out.
My question is, why did she drop the charges? Or is she still connected with the football player, or did she drop the charges because he gave her an undisclosed amount of money? There had to be a reason why she dropped the charges. I mean, we know that you know, I want to say on the surface, $9 million contract.
$9 million contract.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wonder what was negotiated or talked about, even if it was under the table or whatever. I don't know.
I would like to know that too.
Yeah, we need to find.
Like what actually happened to make this young lady.
So you know, my eye ain't hurting that bad. You know what I'm saying?
You get
a little Tylenol
and
Benadryl.
Is she still with him?
That was going to be my next question.
Is she still with him? Did she come to did he say, I'm sorry? Okay, here's a ring.
Right.
You know what I mean? Come on. We gotta do better than that. We have to do better than that. Ladies, how much are you worth? Right. You know, how much are you worth? Slap you around today, put a ring on your finger tomorrow. You know, is that what you're worth nowadays? Come on, that's not cool. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we're getting to the point where, you know, we are ignoring all of the signs just to say we have somebody.
Right.
You know,
that's
just
true.
To say, girl, I'm dating a football player.
Right.
Girl, I'm dating a basketball player. Girl, my man, I can get you tickets on the front yard, first yard live, however you say it. Mm-hmm. No, we are we're better than that.
You know, and
we're better than that.
And it, you know, to your point, you know, great points, Nick. You know, we are in a day and age where you better know who you're getting connected with.
You better know.
Because we all know how to put our best foot forward, and we all know how to look normal on the outside. Mm-hmm. But like I said, we're in a day and age where you better take your time and check out and find out where are people in life. Yeah. Where are they spiritually? Yeah. Where are they mentally? Where are they emotionally? Yeah. Where are they physically? Where are they financially? Where are they materially? Where are they as far as their debt? Where are they as far as their dream, goals, and aspirations? Where are they in life? And, you know, it's almost like you got to be Inspector Gadget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, because Gadget. Oh yeah, that was my
cartoon.
My cartoon. Yeah, because
Go Gadget, $9 million.
You know, because last week there was a story reported on Fox 29. No. Few weeks ago, there was a story reported on Fox 29 News where this young lady had given birth to a baby. Mm-hmm. Okay. And the baby was the baby was 1 month old. The mother and the father got into an argument, and the father pops her in the head with a gun. Mm. He shot and killed her. Mm. You know, he shot and killed her. And then last week, there was another story on Fox 29 News where this young lady and this young man were arguing, and he sets her on fire. Yeah. Her body is completely burned beyond recognition. So right now, as we speak, they're using her dental records to try and identify who this young lady is. Ladies, we got to do our research. We have to do our homework. If he's, like Kev said, if he's getting mad over a board game,
you might want to reconsider.
We want to rethink. Yeah. You know?
I did not kill her! You know. Remember iRobot? You better check it out. You better look at the signs. If his eyes all dilating, you know, you better check. You better check it out, because you don't want to end up in some situation where you with some guy or some young lady that, you know, could cause your life to be, you know, turned upside down. You know, a situation that you'd be looking at saying, wow, I did not think that my life would end up in this situation because you got connected with the wrong person. And then if your reasons were shallow, that makes it even worse. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And then there was another story last year where this guy broke up with this girl. Mm-hmm. She didn't like it. She got with her new boyfriend and told the new boyfriend that the guy had said something to her, which was not true. Right. So they went looking for the guy and shot and killed him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You on both parts,
and I'm gonna put it out there. There's a lot of mental illness out here.
There's a lot of mental
illness out here. There's a lot of emotional instability out here. And you better go for more than just what somebody looks like on the outside. Yes. You better find a way to find out where their mind is, where they are emotionally, because you end up getting involved with somebody, just for example, who had a deep-rooted sense of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be a man or a woman.
Yep.
And when they showing up at your job and with binoculars across the street, you know what I'm saying? You're going to wish you never got in contact with them.
I'm trying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you the truth.
It's that deep.
It's on that level. Deep.
We have to do our research. Men, do your research on these girls. Ladies, do your research on these guys. It's that deep. We would calm down a whole lot of these situations if we just took the time out. Do a backstory. You know, ask
questions.
Yes, ask a lot of questions.
And
if they act like they don't want to answer the questions, okay.
Yeah, cool. Cut it short. Listen, I got my degree in psychology. I'm very interested in this foundational educational study. Mm-hmm. I watch Dr. Phil. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of Dr. Phil because I watch and I learn. Mm-hmm. And I learn about people and I learn about psychological evaluation and terms and stuff like that. But I'm going to put this one in straight English. Those that have nothing to hide nothing.
That's right.
If you with somebody and they don't want to answer questions, and I'm not saying you got to ask the deep questions and things like that, but if they don't want to answer the simple questions like, do they have a job? Have you ever been locked up? All that kind of stuff, then you might want to make an early evacuation plan. Yeah.
Have your exit situation on fleek, as they say.
Because those that have nothing to hide nothing.
That's right. Period. That's right. That's it. That's all I got.
That's it.
We got to do better with ourselves. Who is most important, us or them? That's it. That's all I got.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. Yep. That's all I got. That's it.
All right. So
we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's going to be time for my favorite part of the show, Kevin's Corner.
Broken hearted people are the first ones. Once they started, they can be the worst ones. Love is a weapon if you don't use it right. Now we're watching conform my life. Hurt people, they don't know why. People hurt people, and they say goodbye. Hurt now, people hurt now, hurt yeah. And they say goodbye. Heartache, beating, when you pull the fast ones, lying, scheming. What kind of life is that one? What will the world remember you for? When love gets knocked down, it comes back for more. Hurt people, they don't know why. Hurt people, they don't even try. That don't make it alright. You don't hear me. Listen clearly. Hurt people, and they say goodbye. They say
You're listening to the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. All right.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. He said it don't make it all right.
Right. That's right. Hurt people. And
it don't make it all right.
We all going through things in our life, but it don't make it all right.
Yep.
Well, he said it a little bit more deeper than that.
He said, but I like it.
We like
said it.
We like that he said it.
Because
it's true.
I like the fact that he said it.
Yeah, because, it's true because it's almost like, sometimes seems like in certain situation, places, or scenarios, people make excuses for themselves or others treating people bad because they were going through something or I was going through, but we all going through something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all go through.
And it's not, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's just because you are going through something, it is not okay for you to take what you're going through and put it on somebody else. Yeah. Treat that person bad because of what you're going through. What I found to be helpful, if you just talk about what you're going through with that person, they'll understand and try and help you find a solution. And if they can't help you find a solution, the fact that they listened and allow you to vent it and get it off your chest. Right. That's medicine right there. But to just, come out and plain old treat them bad, disrespectfully, call them out of their name, hit them, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. That's just wrong. Yeah. That's just wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
A place where, that happens a lot is in the workplace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the people who are going to win out are going to be the people in power. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it doesn't make it right because you're going through something. There's no temptation, that has overtaken anyone such as common to man. Everybody's going through something. Yeah. Everybody's dealing with something. So right. We kind of, like I said, depending on the scenario, depending on who the person is or the situation, we make excuses for people having to adjust to negative behavior. Right. And I don't think that that's right.
Right. There's a saying that some people who cannot have any control at home, they go to work
or church
Yeah. They go to work and they try to boss people around in church or at home. But here's my thing. You work that out at your house.
Right.
Okay. If you don't have no control at your house, then that's your problem. You fix that at home. Right. Don't bring that to the workplace because the thing is, you don't want to bring the workplace to your home.
Right.
There's a thing like when you walk out of your job, you drop that job off and then you get in your car and you go home. Yeah. Well, do that at your house. You got issues at your house. When you walk out of that door to go to work, drop that off at the front door and then go to work.
And a lot of people, they're not good at it. Right. Good at doing that.
Right.
They bring home to work and take work home. And that's how you know your life is out of balance. And that's why it's so important to have dream goals and aspirations because it's going to add a sense of balance and compartmentalization to your life. If your life is just home, work to work, and back home and back to work, well, what if both scenarios are going downhill? Mm-hmm. Where do you have to go? Where do you have to turn? What do you have to look forward to, to help you have an outlet, a positive outlet? Yeah. You know what I mean? And stuff like that.
Well, I'm happy about this series, and I'm happy. I want to jump right on into it. You heard some of the things that we're talking about now. I'm ready for it. So now it's time for my favorite part of the show, Kevin's Corner.
All right, so y'all guys got the prequel that me and Nikee just gave you, the Kevin's Corners. Some of it's going to be touched on in here. What I'm about to talk about. You heard the song. Hey, hurt people. People are going through things in their lives, but that don't make it all right for hurt people to hurt people. And so we're going to continue our series, our 3-part series on hurt people, why hurt people hurt people. So we dealt with the first 5 characteristics last week. Today, we're going to deal with the second 5. So we're going to start at number 6. Hurt people have the emotional maturity of the age they receive their undealt with hurt, pain, or trauma. And basically sometimes, people experience, some some trauma in their lives, and if you don't deal with the hurt and the pain, you can actually get stuck at that age. I know some people who are, 35, 36 years old, but they act like they're 16. Then you find out their story, and then perhaps maybe they were raped or abused at the age of 16, and they got stuck at that maturity age because they didn't deal with the hurt, the pain. Unresolved hurt turns to anger, then bitterness, resentment, wrath, rage. Please do not believe the lie that time heals all wounds. No, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
You cannot conquer what you don't confront.
That's it.
And then
that's it right there.
Acknowledge, admit, and then confront it.
Say it again.
Yeah, you cannot conquer what you don't confront.
That's right.
Time does not heal all wounds. Okay,
and that's what we've been taught growing up.
Because we've been taught the saying that time will heal. And that's not to say that you can't get better at things, but all it takes is a trigger. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
It set you way back.
Not only set you way back, but to bring back all those psychological and emotional thoughts and feelings. You see what I'm saying? You might have thought you was over that guy. And you ran into him 10 years at the store, and them feelings and thoughts on the inside come back. You might have thought you was over that young lady, but then when you was driving down the street and you saw her at a distance, those thoughts and feelings came back, because you cannot conquer what you don't confront. And and time doesn't heal all wounds. It doesn't. So hurt people have the emotional maturity, and we talk about deeply hurt people, because we're all hurting from something, of the age they received their undealt with hurt, pain, and trauma. All right, number 7. Hurt people are often frustrated and depressed because past pain continually spills over into their present consciousness and or situations, circumstances, and relationships. So in many instances, they may not even be aware of why they are continually frustrated or depressed, because they have coped with the pain by compartmentalizing it or layering it over with other things over time. So number 8, hurt people often erupt with inappropriate emotions because particular words, actions, or circumstances touch, and here we go, and trigger past woundedness. Mm-hmm. All right. And then we got number 9, hurt people often occupy themselves with busyness, sometimes work, performance, and or accomplishments as a way to compensate for low self-esteem. We got to be careful while we want to be successful, while we want to achieve greatness. We gotta be careful that we don't use our success and our achievements as a crutch for low self-esteem, because all it's going to take for you or anyone or I, to be in a situation where you don't excel and don't achieve, and you're back to square one, dealing with low self-esteem. It's like the rug has been pulled under you. Yeah. So you want to achieve success. You want to strive for greatness. But even if you don't get the success or don't get the greatness or don't get the award, your emotional base is still intact. Like you still know that you're valued and that you have worth and that you mean something and that the world wouldn't be the same without you. You see what I'm saying? It's like a consistency in your thinking pattern and your feelings towards yourself. Yeah. Because anytime anything in our lives are based on something that can change, we run the risk of being disappointed, let down, hurt, or damaged when that thing does change. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. And then number 10, hurt people often attempt to overindulge in things to fill the voids of emptiness. And the bottom line is, we got to deal with those things, those voids in our life. Like we talked about, we was on the show with Maurice, how maybe a young lady who has that void of not having had a father will try to fill it with an older boyfriend. Or that male who didn't have a father may try to fill the void with joining a gang. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta be aware of what are we trying to fill the voids and emptiness in our lives, and fill it with good things. And so we're going to continue our series on why hurt people. And these are just some of the reasons due to research, that we have found. And like I said, this movie, Delaware Shore, man, that theme that came out in the movie has, really, got us on some introspection so that we can arrive at a level of healing. And it's so important because, you know, we want to have positive relationships with people. You know, we want to operate from day to day in a positively functioning way, you know, and just not accepting the pain. Like the song we played last week, it was a song about hurt people. And you know what? Okay, cool. I accept this. And when we, you know, are moved to a point where we're just accepting our condition, our negative condition, that's not a great place to be.
That's right.
So that's all I have.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. All right. So, you know what? I'm super excited about this topic, you know, hurt people, because we got to do better.
Yeah, we got to do better.
We got to do better.
And you know what the sad thing about it too is, Nick, there's a lot of people that never step on the path to be able to conquer because they never confront.
Right.
And so that's how last week we talked about the characteristic of the victim. You can't conquer it. You're not going to confront it if somebody else is always to blame.
Right.
You know, if everything that happened to one in their life, someone else is to blame. And we're not saying that somebody didn't do things to you that you didn't deserve, that wasn't your fault. We are agreeing with you. But what we're saying is that you don't have to stay in a place of being a victim. Right. You can take ownership for the fact that it happened and be able to move forward in a positive way that releases that person, not from what they did, but releasing them from letting the anger contaminate your soul and your physical body. Because anger is like acid. It eats up the container. Yeah. And a lot of physiological, you know, things go wrong in our human body due to that emotion, that strong emotion of anger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're connecting cancer with, unforgiveness. Wow. To the point where they're bringing in what they call, like spiritual people to help people work through their past pain and to let go so that their body and cells can be able to, you know, take on that healthy healing component through the process. And so it is deep. Do your research. I'm trying to tell you, unforgiveness is connected with cancer. Wow. If you don't want to take it from me, I've done my research. And you're letting go for your own well-being, not because the other person deserves it. Yeah. Because they don't deserve it. Yeah. Yeah. From what they did to people.
Yeah, the forgiveness is for you.
It's for yourself.
Not for the other
it's for yourself.
It's for you, so that you can continue to live your life in peace.
In peace, yeah.
Without carrying all of that on you.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. It's so that you can live, not the other person.
Yeah, because they probably going on with their life.
Yeah, like you said last week.
Nick.
Yeah, they're going on with their lives. Meanwhile, you're
bound, chained. Yeah. Anger, bitter, resentment, wrath, rage, hatred, and it's ruining your present good relationship that you can have.
Stunting your growth because, you know, you're not over what so-and-so did.
Right.
Get rid of that.
Right.
Get rid of that.
Go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Like Erykah Badu said, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go.
It's just like everything we do got to come back to a song. Yeah. So we're going to put it out there. First and foremost, we want to also, you know, just always try to take the time to thank you guys for just your love, your support, following us on our journey. We love you guys. We do what we do for you, and we can't do what we do without you. Thank you for tuning in each week. And hey, look, we're going to keep bringing you hot shows, hot guests, and things of the sort. And so we want to continue to extend from the top, middle, and bottom of our hearts. Thank you for your support in our acting careers and with our show. So we're going to put it out there. I'm actor Kevin D. Benton. You can follow me on Facebook, Kevin D. Benton, on Twitter at Kevin D. Benton, and then on YouTube, actor Kevin D. Benton. And now, as we told you at the top of the show, Nikee, her YouTube channel is doing good.
Yes, it is.
Look her up. Actress Nikee Warren. And you're going to see all the stuff she got up there. So I had to help her out, man, and it's fixed. Yeah. Yes,
thank you. So shout out to my partner, actor Kevin D. Benton, for hooking us, sister. Thank you. Many thank you. Because like I said, I had stuff all over the place, and that's probably why you guys couldn't find me. You know, because I had stuff was all in disarray. But he hooked us up. Yeah. So thank you. You know, and I'm so I'm so happy now that you guys are able to see, and you can check out our new short film that is up there called The News. Yeah. And like I said, hit us up. Send me an email. Send me a post. Nikee Warren on Facebook, at Nikee Warren on Twitter. And hello, I'm Nikee on the gram. That's spelled HELLOIMNIKEE on the gram. And let us know what you think about it. You know, like I said, you know, we are students of our crafts, and your comments and different things like that helps us get better. Mm-hmm. Different things like that. So we appreciate that. And you can find our show on Facebook, The Kevin Nikee Show, on Twitter at Kevin Nikee Show. Yep. And we're coming to the gram. We're coming to the gram. Yeah. We're going to be coming to the gram real soon. So be looking out for that. Be looking out for that. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns regarding our show, hit us up, the Kevin and Nikee Show at yahoo.com. If you have any questions, comments, concerns from Michaelangelo Rodriguez, hit us up. Send us an email, the Kevin and Nikee Show at yahoo.com. Who knows? Like I keep saying, your email, your letter, your comments, your concern can be featured on our show. Okay? And
that's it.
Listen.
Go see the upside.
Go see the upside. Come out. Meet us. Go see the upside. Yeah. You know, come out and, you know, show us some love, and, you know, let's support. And Keys.
Oh, yeah.
And Keys premiere up in New York City. Yeah. Come on out. Go out there to New York with us. And like I said, be on the watch. Because Delaware Shore is coming to Delaware. We will give you those dates as we get those dates. And Short Film Saturday.
Short Film Saturday coming to you every Saturday.
Saturday.
We're going to be posting them on YouTube and Facebook. So check us out, man. We're going to keep the short films coming. And we are excited about it, man, because we love to act.
Yes, we do. Yeah. Yes, we do. And the news is the first of Short Film Saturday.
Yes, that's the first of many.
We're excited. We're excited.
Yeah, we're excited.
We're excited. Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm so
excited. And I just can't hide it. Oh, yeah.
I'm about to lose control.
And I think I like it. Anyway.
This is the Kevin Nikee Show, iHeartRadio. We are everywhere. And we're out of here. Peace.
Just a foolish dreamer, but I don't care, 'cause I know my happiness is waiting somewhere. I'm searching for that silver lining, horizons that I've never seen. Take just a moment and dream my dream. Oh, dream my dream. I'd like not far away from here, where my mind fresh and clear, and I rather love that I long to see, where everybody can be who they wanna be. Oh, I like to greet the sun each morning and walk amongst the stars at night. I'd like to know the taste of honey in my life. Well, I've shared so many pains Oh, but everyone finds the right way. Somehow, somewhere, someday. Living as one. I wish the word they call freedom someday would come. Someday would come. Whoa, I like the blood far away from here, when my mind is fresh and clear, and I find the love that I long to see. Everybody can be what they wanna be.
Have been listening to the Kevin and Nikee show on iHeartRadio and so much more. Peace.